Hey everyone, MrSnowman here, and today I wanted to go over my setup. It has been updated quite a bit. The PC I think I've gone over like 100 times already, but the thing that I've recently planned and recently done is add another graphics card. You can see there is two 980s now, running an SLI, and there's some cable management issues, if you can see here. Oh, maybe it's too dark, the camera isn't picking up too much. Maybe if anyway, the cables to some hard drives are loose. Due to that, I'm planning on getting myself a new hard drive soon. I think it's a 3 terabyte VD Black. I already have a 1 terabyte VD Black in there. So yeah, that's like that. And obviously the keyboard is the biggest difference. I was using a Logitech earlier, and this is the Corsair K70 RGB, and it's using the Wave thing now. Like pattern, you get like this program which you can use to create different patterns with it. It's amazing. It's really amazing, but it's kind of hard. But once you learn how to download and mark color code each of the keys, it's kind of easy. This is like a basic setting that I just like because it's smooth and it doesn't, it feels kind of nice when the PC is idling, which you can also like configure when the PC is going under load. You can make this spin a lot faster, and when it's idling it can spin very slowly like it does now, or even slower than that, I believe. And the mouse is obviously the Razer Death Adder Chroma. I just like that a lot. I was using the regular Death Adder, which is here, which I actually gave to my sister because she used to she likes to game some CSGO on like my laptop or something like that. So I bought myself a new one just because of the updates. Obviously, this is the share that I've been using or recently used. It's the X-Razer formula. I didn't get the king size due to the lack of space. You can see my room is kind of small. Like there's a wall, and there's like this alleyway. So I went for the formula because it's smaller, and I'm not quite a big person. I'm more like 180 centimeters long, and I'm not very thick. So yeah, I don't really need a king size one. Obviously, there are some boxes, which one of them actually is an old headset, a CD drive where all my drivers are from my computer, and this. Now this is interesting because this is my new headset. Everyone knows that I pretty much adore the Logitech 430G because of its good microphone and its brilliant sound card that you get with. It's like a USB thingy where you plug your 3.5 millimeters into, but that broke. Unfortunately, it did, and I gotta have a new headset, right? So I bought this. This is the HyperX Cloud 2, and I used a gun, and I got the gunmetal version, which you gave it this metal finish. And this headset is all made from aluminium, all aluminium frame, which makes it very durable. As well as the very interesting microphone. We can actually disconnect the microphone thingy, if I can do it with one hand, we'll see. Yeah, so it's like a 3.5 millimeter that you just plug in here. So you can actually use this as just a regular headset for listening music on the bus trip or something, which is interesting. Another interesting thing about these is this, the sound card. Now you can see here I can enable 7.1 and I can like do all the different settings, but it only has one 3.5 millimeter plug, which is interesting because look there's two, here's one, which means that these usually, the 3.5 millimeters, I find them very fragile. They usually break on me, and this one, when you only have one, it's less chance of breaking, right? So it's better. Plus it saves you a little bit of cables, because that's a lot of cables. Honestly, that's kind of long cables. These are actually sleeved, very hard sleeved, so they won't really, they have a very hard time making knots and stuff like that, like this. But anyway, this headset is a little bit more expensive than this, and I still like this because it's a little bit soft on your head. It has bigger settings, you can actually adjust this more than these. So if you actually have a big head, I would suggest these if you're using glasses. As you can see, I'm usually gaming in glasses because I'm blind otherwise. These are kind of harsh to your head. You see right here where the headsets go around your ear, they really push your glasses in, and that, like, it feels like your glasses are basically eating your head, and that's not nice. So I would suggest these, but these are great. These are, don't get me wrong, I like these a lot, but I would get myself a pair of these if I could, but I wanted to try something new, so I went for those. And obviously the microphone is great for these, and also you get, this is the package by the way, which we'll go into, but that's basically the next point. The cool thing is, the package is very, very well designed. You get this like soft cell foam, this on the top of the thing, and here's basically the headset. Now here you can see you get another set of these, which is basically a little bit softer. They're made of fabric, these are made of leather, so these would probably fit me better. I'm gonna test these later. And this made people ask, what the hell is this? This is for, you know, when you're on aircraft and you wanna listen to the movie. You can basically plug this in, and this is the headsets that they're selling basically have two 3.5 or whatever it is plugs. So you get one side of the sound and not the other, but this basically is like a converter to that, so it's very smart. And that's pretty much it, and it has all soft cell foam all around. It's not very inexpensive headset as well. You can probably buy this. This is a very good headset, really like it. I've been having it on my head as the most. I think it's for 13 hours straight. Basically gaming, editing, whatever it is. They're great sound. These have kind of bad sound, but you can actually cope with that with like a simple fix as getting something like this. In-ear plugs, in these are from cost. They're like 200 kroners, which means they're probably around $20, around that, like a little bit less than that actually. So, but they're like 200 kroners in Sweden, and probably around 20 euros. And they're very great, and you have like this left and right, so they basically have the same potential as this headset, but these will give you more bass and a little bit easier to identify steps, which cope very good with these. You can see these are very deep inside, and that basically means that, well, you can fit a lot of in-ear plugs inside of those, because the sound in these are not very good. The sound in these though are pretty good, but still, I would like this combo with that better than that. And yeah, I was actually just trying something new, but that headset is pretty good, but I would still like those more. Anyway, so that is pretty much what I'm doing. Yeah, we should probably talk about the screen a little bit more. I didn't actually do that, I think, with the PC, but basically this is an Asus PQ287 4K monitor in 60 Hz. Yeah, that's it. It's adjustable, like up and down. I can't really do that though because of my lack of space, but it's a good screen. I like it a lot. It's probably the best 4K monitor value for money type of deal. It's very good. I like it a lot. Obviously my desktop is actually quite empty. I actually usually, like before I did this recording, it was filled like here somewhere because of, yeah, let's just not talk about it. It was a mess. Obviously here's the LG that I've been using for I don't know how long, but it's basically a 27 inch full HD monitor. No sound with it, so I had to get like subwoofer, and there you see a speaker just below, and there is the second one. That's what I've been using, and this screen is basically, it's decent. I would like a smaller one though, because the 27 is kind of big, but when you're sitting like way back like I do, I usually have this corner and then I sit here, and then you kind of still have a good vision. But when playing PC you have to be kind of close, so that screen should not be that big. It should be like a 25 or 24 inch. But it's hard. There was no 4K 25 inch screens, so I kind of had to adopt and just go with whatever that was left. And here's Xbox One. I haven't been using this like a lot, which is kind of interesting. The two games that I have is Forza 5 and Black Ops 3. I played Black Ops 3 and I tried to stream it. It went to shit. I streamed with that, which is an HD PVR 2. Not very interesting actually. It's kind of good, but I just don't use it. I like to play my games on PC. It's easier and it works better. So I basically I bought this for playing like Need for Speed 2015 early. I haven't bought the game yet because it has been so much stuff going everywhere, and I know one friend in particular, which will probably recognize him by himself when I'm telling this, but I have been busy with everything and anything, so I haven't just been able to buy the game and play it, but I probably will now because there's no projects coming up. Like, it's the PC update, the Battlefield 4 montage, which will probably be out in the summer sometime, so just don't expect it yet, because that will just put a whole lot of stress to it, and I want to make it good. So that will take a long time. Before Division is out, which is in 3 weeks, I will have to fix the live stream issues, test everything, make sure that it works, because that's kind of a live stream game. You can't really record it. It's very hard to record a game like that because it's an open world and everything is just happening over and over again, so it's better to stream the game, which hopefully you guys can relate, and actually it'll probably be better, because otherwise it will be like this long 30-minute videos. It will take years and years and years for me to upload and even render. So yeah, but we should really, though, because there was a kind of lot of interest in the whole setup thingy, and I guess that was the PC that many people were asking about, but I have actually done a video about that, but I can go over it like quick. There's a 500 gig SSD in here, which the Windows is on and everything, and then you have a 1 terabyte VD Black, which will be joint force together with another 3 terabyte drive that I'm using. It has a 1000 watt power supply, because why the hell not? No, honestly, it was because of an upgrade, like upgradability, because this system isn't finished yet. Another hard drive will be going into it, maybe a PCIe based SSD, which gives you 1 gigabit speed, which I already had on my SSD, but that basically killed my SSD slowly, so I had to like get rid of that. The processor that I'm using is a 5820K overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz. It's a 6-core hyper-threaded beast, so basically 6 cores with 12 threads, which is a lot. It's good for video editing, not so very much good for... It's good for every AAA gaming, like Battlefield 4 or whatever it is, but it's kind of an issue against CSGO due to that you have to enable multi-core threads, which already is good if you have a quad core and you have hyper-threading on it, so you got 8 threads. But when you have a 6-core, you got 12 threads, which is... yeah, let's just say it's a mess. And then you have to sit with a special program and unlock the cores. And that's... if you don't know that, you're gonna have a hard time accepting that your PC is basically frames dropping in CSGO. And that's interesting. That's very interesting. Even though you're running like a 980, I got frames dropped as hell in the beginning, and I was very annoyed by this. But I fixed it now, and I like adopted my methods of getting it done, so I guess that's working good. Obviously, that's pretty much the PC. It's two 120 millimeters at the front, and obviously I got a water cooler, which is an all-in-one liquid cooler from Corsair. I think it's a H110, which basically it's a radiator up here, 2 fans, 140 millimeters each, and they're basically pumping a block which is directly under the CPU. If I can actually move my PC, that will be good. Yes. Okay, so you can see the Corsair block is right there, if you can see it maybe. I'm not sure. Basically, then you got pipes going up to the radiator up here. And here is a backup drive, which I bought way back when I was in school and I had a Mac PC. This is basically a 1 terabyte Samsung mechanical drive, which is powered by USB 3.0. And yeah, I think that's basically my setup. I should talk about this though. This is interesting. This is a little bit of a cooler that I picked up. It was very cheap, not very good cooler, but it can keep your drinks cool, like partly at least. And it's good for like... well, you can actually fit a lot in there. The most I fit in there is probably around 3.5 liters. So it's not like a huge deal. You can probably fit more if you like configure it correctly, but I don't mind. So I think that's pretty much the setup. Here is obviously all the three Xbox 360 games. The Xbox 360 is actually out there. If you go out from the door, and it's to your right. But I guess that's pretty much it. That's my setup, actually. That's it. Obviously, I should go over one thing though. The motherboard that I'm using is an X99S from ASUS. That's also a thing that someone asked me. I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly. So I guess hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, have a beautiful day. Bye.